What's up, everyone? This is your DJ Brian Jew, and you're listening to The Driving on TBS efm. Guess what, y'all? Valentine's Day is only 2 short days away, so you know, all you ladies out there, you better get your man something special, because you got to make him feel appreciated. If you don't, he's not going to get you anything on White Day. So start your Valentine's Day planning right now. For all you foreign listeners right now, White Day is another, I guess, romantic holiday here in Korea where the guy has to, be suave with their man or women. And on Valentine's Day in Korea, actually, the women gets the guys candies and chocolates and all the good stuff. So all the ladies have to be good to the guys on Valentine's Day if they want something back on White Day. So with that said, we're going to start off today's show with a song from the 2011 film Moneyball. It's a little early for baseball right now, but this film really shows you what it takes for Major League Baseball franchises that don't have a lot of cash to be able to compete. Now, Brad Pitt stars as Billy Beane, the general manager of the Oakland Athletics. And this film is really good if you like baseball and statistics. Otherwise, don't watch it if you don't like that kind of stuff. So here's a song, This Show by Lenka. Welcome back to The Driving with your host, Brian Jew, in the studio right now. And I want to let you guys know how to get in contact with us. You can call the studio at 02-778-1013 or send a text to #1013 for a charge of 51 to your smartphones, or simply email us at efmdrivein@gmail.com. Or you can just send us a tweet at efmdrivein. But remember, all your song requests should be from a movie or a TV show. But feel free for shout-outs or just contact us any time of the day. We really, really appreciate it, and we really urge you guys to do that as well. And with that said, it's time for the scene of the day. Now, today we're going to feature another romantic comedy because that's our theme for this week, leading up to Valentine's Day. And today's scene is from the 2007 film Knocked Up, starring Seth Rogen and Katherine Heigl. Well, you can guess just by the film title what happens in this movie. And I don't know much how I can elaborate on this plot other than to say the fact that one night, they have a one-night stand. It looks like Ben and Allison, played by Rogen and Heigl, have to stay together longer because they want to be responsible. Well, they decide to date, and one day Ben is at Allison's house for breakfast, and Allison lives with her sister's family, so all the kids start asking questions and stuff and getting all nosy. So this is where things get very awkward, so let's listen to the clip. Man, kids, they can ask some weird questions sometimes. You know what, though? I think this movie is really, really funny. And if you're older than 19, then I urge you guys, I recommend this film. It's a funny comedy. But if you're under the age of 18, you got to get your parents' permission or watch the film with your parents. Do not watch this film on your own. Under 19, don't do it. Anyways, because the couple is the worst match for each other, that's my personal opinion. Ben's a stoner in this film and Allison has a career. I mean, it's hard to, try to make things work between these two. Just because they had a one-night stand doesn't mean it's going to work between them. They got to find out ways to make it work. But they're so different in different ways. But right now, we're going to listen to a song from the film. This is Rock Lobster by the B-52s. Yeah, that was the B-52s with Rock Lobster. And coming up on today's show, it is Tuesday, so that means Jason B will be joining me in the studio to talk about Korean films right after intermission, so please stay tuned for that. But right now, we have another song request, and the next song is requested by 4, 5, 7, and 8, and it's from the 2000 film Gladiator. Now, this film is the film that first where Russell Crowe burst out into the scene, made him pretty famous. And I love this film. It had Joaquin Phoenix as the evil emperor and Russell Crowe as, of course, the gladiator. Obviously, that's the name of the movie. And it's jam-packed with lots of action. And, it's very moving at the same time, too. I cried, laughed. I was in shock watching this film. It's got a lot of emotional ups and downs in this film. So I urge you guys to watch this film. Not going to tell you what happens in it, but I'm going to play a song from the film because requested by 4578. This is Jerry Goldsmith with Now We Are Free from the Gladiator soundtrack. Once again, that was Jerry Goldsmith with Now We Are Free from the Gladiator soundtrack. We have one last request for the first half of our show, and the request is from Une for a song from the 2002 film A Walk to Remember. Well, this is one of those films where the popular guy falls in love with the nerdy girl. And it stars Mandy Moore as the nerdy girl and Shane West as a popular guy. And they meet in a drama club at high school. So here's Mandy Moore and Jonathan Foreman singing Someday We'll Know from the Walk to Remember original soundtrack. And I'll be right back after intermission. Welcome back to The Drive-In, and right now it's time for K-Film Tuesdays with Jason Bishop Vase. What's up, Jason?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Yeah, good. It's freezing outside.
It's freaking freezing. Yes, I'm going to say it that way because that's the exact words, how I felt this morning. Like, it's so nippy out that it's like, even if you wear a jacket, there's no point. I'd rather be out there naked. Actually, no. If I was naked, I'd be too cold. And over the...
you don't want to do that.
I do not want to do that. And last week I was at a ski resort. It was freezing outside. And now it's still freezing. I don't know why. The groundhog didn't see his shadow, which means spring is supposed to be here.
Yeah, spring is surely on its way at some point. But just remember last year, spring didn't really kick in until April.
I feel like last year there was no spring. I felt it was like winter to summer.
Yeah, there was about 3 weeks of spring weather, and then it was like 30 degrees every day.
I'm dreading the summer as well. Because if we have really cold winters, that's going to be really, really hot summers. Always. It always happens that way. And Korea has like the worst summers ever with all the humidity and the mosquito. Oh, I hate the mosquitoes here.
Yeah, but last year they weren't so bad because it got so hot that they just got fried.
Is that what happened last year?
Yeah, no, I was watching a news article, I think it was on one of the channels here, and they were saying that one of the reasons there's not as many mosquitoes around was because they all got cooked.
Ooh.
Because there was a massive heat wave. Do you remember?
I do remember the heat wave.
Was it August or July? I can't remember when it was exactly. But it got so hot that the mosquitoes died. And so there wasn't as many mosquitoes as there normally would be.
I had no idea.
I could be wrong, but that's what I heard.
Okay. But enough about mosquito news. We have a Korean film that Jason's going to talk about today.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about a romantic comedy. One of the reasons I'm going to talk about a romantic comedy is because there's a new movie coming out this week called How to Use Guys with Secret Tips, or 남자 사용 설명서, which is coming out, yeah, like I say, a little bit later this week.
I thought you were going to say because it's Valentine's Day in 2 days.
Well, actually, yeah, that's a good point. That wasn't actually the intention.
Yeah.
But yeah, but of course it is Valentine's Day, so I think, when is Valentine's Day? It's
the 14th. Thursday, yes.
Yeah, so it's a couple of days. I should know that date. My wife's not going to be very happy.
Actually, no, because in Korea, officially, the woman is supposed to buy the man a gift on Valentine's Day.
Well, this is what confuses me all the time. You know, in England, it's just the 14th of February, but in Korea, there's these 2 days. Is it?
There's so many days. Every 14th of each month is a certain day. So Valentine's Day is February 14th. White Day is March 13th or 14th. Then you got like Jajangmyeon Day, then Jampong Day, and Ulmyeon Day. It's like weird days all over Korea. It's so hard to diet in Korea because you have so many eating days.
Yeah, I just completely lose track. But anyway, there's this romantic comedy coming out, which I'll talk about a bit later. But I thought, given that this movie stars Lee Si-young, I thought, well, let's talk about a movie starring her. So I'm going to talk about Couples, which was made in 2011. Do you like romantic comedies, Brian?
Love them. Not going to lie. I love them.
Have you got a favourite?
I like... Are you talking about Korean romantic comedies or anything?
Well, I mean, generally.
I like, let's see. Whoa, there's so many. No Strings Attached. There's that one movie with, I forgot the actors' names. Yeah, but I'm a big, romantic comedy buff. I'm not gonna lie. Because romantic comedies aren't just funny, because they always have a little hidden, emotional part in the movie too that make you tear up a little bit. Because it's about love, and love makes you emotional.
True.
So I love romantic comedies. What about you? What's your favorite romantic comedy?
I think my favorite Korean romantic comedy, I'm gonna talk about Korean ones, My Sassy Girl, which I think I spoke about a few weeks ago.
The Korean version, of course, definitely.
Yeah, Korean version, definitely not the American remake. But do you like Korean romantic comedies?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen that many, so I can't really judge or give my opinion on them.
Okay, well, fair enough. But this movie, Couples, was made, like I say, in 2011. It's directed by Jong Yong-gi. He made Marrying the Mafia films, the most recent one, and the second and third, and also Once Upon a Time. This movie stars Kim Jun-hyuk, Lee Yoon-ji, and of course Lee Si-young, and also Oh Jong-se. This is basically a Korean remake of the Japanese Kenji Yoshida's popular 2004 offbeat romantic comedy A Stranger of Mine.
Okay.
And this movie basically follows, after his girlfriend, Nari, suddenly disappeared in a cafe, and Yoon-suk is going crazy. While searching for her, he constantly bumps into a mysterious girl called Aeon, but they don't remember exactly how many times they've met before. Natalie left for a new love, but it was too late when she realised she was seeing the mafia. So confused about real love, Nari blackmails him and hides the money at Yusuk's flat until it suddenly disappears.
Oh.
So it's kind of lots of things going on in this movie. It's a little bit different compared to the conventional romantic comedy. The film's very much based in a house, which I quite liked. I thought it was a very interesting place, because in Korea it's all about apartments, and so it's quite often when they go back to the home it's always an apartment, but much of this movie takes place in this house, which I really, really liked. And
this is filmed in Korea.
Yeah, it's filmed in Korea.
Okay.
So I'd love to know the neighborhood that they shot it in.
Well, you're from Ilsan. Don't they have houses out there?
I've
I've driven by Ilsan, and this is one area I always drive by. I'm like, wow, it looks like a little neighborhood, like a little cul-de-sac, suburban.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like homes. Not apartment, they're actual homes.
I know Paju. Around Paju, they've got a lot of houses. Because a lot of film directors live around there. But in Ilsan, I've never seen houses per se. But this is almost like a kind of a Western neighborhood. It's quite weird. It's full of houses. And I just love the locations in this movie. They shoot one of the scenes is in a makgeolli restaurant, and it's just I just want to go there. I just love the way he kind of uses or utilizes these locations in this film. And it's extremely, extremely well shot. It's very, very funny, and it's a great film. Unfortunately, this film kind of bombed at the box office, actually.
Oh,
and I don't really know why. I think
did it have bad ratings or anything?
Well, no. I mean, I don't. It didn't have bad ratings because a lot of people that I know went to see it actually really liked it. And so it made around about 360,000 admissions at the box office, which, like I say, is really, really disappointing. This really should have made over 1 million admissions at least.
When did it come out around?
I'm not sure the exact time, but yeah, 2011.
I feel like sometimes with films, the timing is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. I think perhaps there were other films.
Like a huge blockbuster film, worldwide blockbuster film that more people went to see instead of this one. Even though it had good ratings and people enjoy the film, that usually happens.
I mean, timing's definitely a factor.
Yeah.
And I think the poster as well. I didn't like the poster. I think it was a bit misleading. The poster gave this impression that it was kind of a conventional kind of tearjerker, kind of romantic comedy, and it's not. I think it's more intelligent than that. And I really like this director. I think he's got a great gift to make people laugh and to make compelling narratives and to be a little bit kind of different in a sense. And I don't think the poster really conveyed that very well. And as a result, it kind of tanked at the box office. But a lot of romantic comedies failed that year. Penny Pinchers was another one that failed. So it just goes to show that not all films do very well, but it doesn't necessarily mean that if it didn't do very well, it's not very good. This film is actually a really nice film.
Okay.
So there are often films that do very well that I don't like, but this is the other way around. It's superbly acted as well by the whole cast. You should check it out, Brian.
I'll definitely do that because I like romantic comedies and funny films. And right now, we have a song from the film, and we urge you guys to go see this movie if you have time and watch it the legal way. Not the illegal way, but the legal way. And this is 빛나라 우리 사랑 from the couple's original soundtrack. That was 빛나라 우리 사랑 from the couple's original soundtrack. And right now, Jason B is going to talk about a new film. So what's this new film you're talking about?
New movie. This movie's starring Lee Si-young. She's also in the last film I spoke about, Couple. So there's the connection. And it's a movie called How to Use Guys with Secret Tips. 남자 사용 설명서. And this movie is being released, like I say, this week, Valentine's Day. I've actually seen this movie, and it's really, 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 really good.
Of course you did.
I went to the premiere. I just threw that in.
It's just like when I say, I know that guy, and you're like, oh, here he goes again. But today I'm going to say, of course you did. You saw all the movies.
And, I really, really like this film. I think it's really quite different and very, very unique.
Yeah.
Sorry, our studio suddenly started echoing.
Yeah, our studio is kind of weird. Like, I feel louder than
I can hear my own voice. It's like really, really scary. So, anyway, going back to this movie, It's very unique. It's quite innovative, and it's very, very, very funny. And I don't think I've seen this kind of film in Korean cinema before. It's got a kind of almost an Austin Powers feel to it, and everything is. It's in a bit of a, how do I say, a bit of a kind of a fantasy world in a sense. But anyway, I'll talk a bit more about it. Like I say, it's Lee Se-young. It's directed by Lee Won-suk. This is his feature debut. A very impressive one. Also stars Oh Jong-se, who's in As One, and Park Young-gyu, who's in I Am a King. Basically, assistant commercial director Choi Buna does all the hard and tedious work thanks to her indecisive personality. Endless nights of overwork has caused her face to be crisp and her hair to be messy, and she's one of the most common women who doesn't even remember when her last date was. And then one day she coincidentally ends up with a book called Man Manual, and she follows the instructions given by Dr. Swolski in the video, and not only do men on the streets turn to look at her, but top Hallyu star Lee Sung-jae has also fallen for her. So it's kind of this film that's almost in like two kind of realities in the sense that there's the running narrative, and then there's this kind of this video manual that the film also kind of looks at, and it's just a really, really, really funny film. When I watched it, the audience was on the floor in stitches, literally.
Were they cut up? Why were they in stitches? I'm just joking. I was trying to make a little joke.
Very funny, Brian.
That's a UK thing. I've never heard that phrase before. In stitches.
Stitches means giving a bit of English lesson here. It's basically an expression to describe someone that's laughing very, very hard.
Oh, in stitches.
So if I say I'm in stitches, it means I'm laughing very hard.
Me from America would be like, oh no, you should go to the hospital. Do you need like any antiseptics or some kind of, something? I feel bad. But that's only because I didn't know what that meant.
Well, the guy behind me, I thought was literally going to fall off his seat.
He was laughing that hard?
He was laughing that hard.
All right. Well, I like the comedies.
It is a really, really funny film. And aesthetically, so in terms of the visuals, the film is incredibly rich. And so it may take a bit getting used to when you watch the film. But I really, really hope this film does very, very well. I'm becoming a bit of a fan of this director, Lee Won-suk. It's his feature debut. And he's a really, really nice director, really nice man.
Alrighty.
And, I'm really hoping this film does very, very, very well indeed. So go out and support it, go out and watch it. If you're here in Korea, strongly recommended.
Awesome. And the movie was called 남자 사용 설명서.
Yeah, how to use guys with secret tips.
Alrighty, that's the movie that's going to come out this week, so we urge you guys to watch it. All you lovers out there for Valentine's Day. We have a song for you guys right now before we send off Jason. But Jason, thank you for all your Korean film tips and your opinions on the films. And I'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Alrighty.
Look forward to it.
This is B.O.N.D. with 이 밤을 다시 한번 from the 위험한 상견례 original soundtrack. That was B.O.N.D. with 이 밤을 다시 한번 from the 위험한 상견례 original soundtrack. And right now it's time to wrap up the show, but please stick around because we have 1013 Main Street with An Jung-hyun next. And if you're listening to GFN, stay tuned for Hello Korea. And the final song request for the hour is from Kim Ji-min, and it's from the soundtrack of the musical Wicked, which is about the Wicked Witch of the West and all that stuff. If you're curious, go watch the musical. It's a great musical. Saw it twice. Now, the song is called As Long As You're Mine. This is Brian Ju signing off, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.